Blood is supposed to be thicker than water. But in my family, blood didn't mean a thing compared to a perfect lie. 10 years ago, my wealthy parents adopted Julian. He was charming, manipulative, and knew exactly how to play the victim. Slowly, he systematically turned my own mother and father against me, painting me as the rebellious, ungrateful failure of the family. It culminated on my 21st birthday. Julian faked a financial theft from my father's business, staging the evidence perfectly to frame me. My father didn't even ask for my side of the story. He called me a parasite, stripped my inheritance, and told me to leave and never return. My mother watched in cold silence as Julian smirked from the stairs. I packed one duffel bag, walked out into the freezing rain, and vowed to let them completely forget me. For 5 years, I went completely dark. I didn't call, I didn't beg. While Julian was busy spending my parents' money on luxury cars and bad habits, I was working 20-hour days. I used my father's costing me out as fuel. I built an independent digital asset firm from nothing. By 2026, my company was quietly acquiring the debt of struggling older corporations. I became a ghost in the market. Then, 3 weeks ago, my lead auditor brought me a file. My father's manufacturing empire was on the verge of total bankruptcy. Julian hadn't just managed the company poorly. He had actively embezzled millions, signed bad high-interest loans, and tanked their credit. They were days away from losing everything. They needed a massive corporate savior. They didn't know I already owned their debt. Yesterday morning, my parents walked into the penthouse office of their primary creditor to beg for an extension on their loans. They expected a ruthless, aging corporate shark. Instead, the leather chair turned around, and they found themselves staring into the eyes of the son he threw away 5 years ago in the rain. My mother gasped, dropping her purse. My father froze, his hands trembling. Before they could even speak, I slid a thick black folder across the glass table. "You didn't lose your money because of bad luck," I said coldly. Inside were the secret offshore accounts proving Julian had been draining their corporate funds to buy private villas in Europe, planning to leave them bankrupt. He didn't love them. He was just a parasite waiting for the host to die. The illusion was shattered live in front of them. The realization broke them. My father buried his face in his hands, realizing he had destroyed his real son's life for a criminal. My mother started crying, reaching out to touch my hand, begging for forgiveness and asking me to come home and save the family. But I slowly pulled my hand away. The boy who begged for their love died 5 years ago on that rainy sidewalk. I foreclosed on Julian's assets by 5 p.m, leaving him to face federal grand larceny charges. As for my parents, I gave them enough money to keep their house, but I blocked their numbers permanently. They wanted a golden son, so I let them live with the fool they chose. Welcome to the Vindictive Archive. The family ledger is officially clear. Hit that subscribe button for more sweet justice.